Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I'm excited to talk to you today about a topic that we've been hearing about a lot in the industry, both from our customers as well as from our prospective customers. The power of unlocking your data with SEO and digital advertising. Two very powerful strategies that exist today within the digital marketing space, and the one that we've seen a lot of success with in helping our customers win online. So first, to set the expectation, today what we're looking to cover, really diving into what is integrated marketing, a subject that can oftentimes be quite ambiguous and one that I'm definitely going to look to unpack and add clarity to for you today. Secondly, really diving in on what search engine optimization is and how it fits in with this holistic ecosystem. The three big benefits that we're seeing and really combining the power of SEO with digital advertising, and then a few tactical takeaways for you that you can put into place today with your digital marketing strategy. So to do a quick introduction, my name is Mike Wilbur. I'm the Sales Enablement Manager here at G5. I spent just over 5 years at Nike before coming to G5 working in big data and technology. And I've spent the last 2 years working very closely with our current customers and prospective customers, as well as staying very relevant with the industry of digital marketing as well as real estate. And I'm excited to be with you today. So first, to unpack what is integrated marketing, I'll read a quote for you from the Data and Marketing Association. Integrated marketing is an approach to creating a unified and seamless experience for consumers to interact and engage with a brand. And to really simplify that, I think the big takeaway is making sure that all of the different channels that you're leveraging to market with are working together, not against each other. The analogy I'll leave you with here is this concept of being stronger together. So when you think about a rope, you take multiple small pieces of cord and you wrap them together and they get strong. The same thing goes when you take an integrated marketing approach. So taking all of the different channels you're leveraging today, search engine optimization, the various components of advertising that make up digital advertising, and any other efforts you're making today, and really combining those to make sure that they're working together. So today the big focus is to talk about what happens when you combine search engine optimization with digital advertising and some of the power that you're going to get in terms of control with your marketing strategy. Now, to make sure that we're all on the same page, I just wanted to talk about what I mean when I say digital advertising. So this visual here really exists to represent some of the different aspects of digital advertising that we're focused on today here at G5. So paid search, with a nice visual to really explain how this works today. Remarketing, so once someone has come to your website, we're able to get some information about them via cookies that we can then leverage to then go and remarket to them, knowing that they have taken interest in your brand or your company. Display, so these are those beautiful visual advertisements that you'll oftentimes see on other websites and places that you're spending time online. And of course, paid social. So here, making sure that we're leveraging all the different aspects of media that your prospective resident is looking to consume today. Facebook being a really great example. So what you're looking at here is really the perfect digital advertising ecosystem. And you'll see the two primary channels that we've talked about today within digital advertising as well as search engine optimization. The goal of both of these is to drive the highest qualified lead to your website. With digital advertising, there are a lot of strategies that we can put into place today. One of those being A/B testing your ad content, serving up two different versions of the same ad to see which one has better results. And with that, making sure that we're always using the best when it comes to your advertising and marketing strategy. Now within digital advertising, there's a lot of data that we get access to. Things like keywords as well as demographic information. And knowing who is converting at the highest rate gives us a lot of opportunity to then leverage that within your search engine optimization strategy. So being able to take that keyword-rich data and put it onto your website in the form of content or even more of the tactical aspects such as alt tags as well as title tags. And the goal with this is that we're driving people to your website so that we can get more time on the page, which we know will have an incremental increase to the power of your SEO strategy. So there's three big benefits that we're going to talk about today when you combine search engine optimization, or SEO, with digital advertising. And the first one that I really want to drive home is that you're able to control your own data. So with this, when you're investing in digital advertising, one of the things that I like to talk about is that you're purchasing data from Google. Each click and each impression that you make, you're really able to understand who you reached, how you reached them, and what tactics were working best. And this is a really powerful thing as we move into 2017, really being the year of data-driven digital marketing. So really being able to take control of the data and understand how it's being used so that we can make sure to make really informed decisions about your marketing strategy going forward. What you're looking at here is a screenshot from Google's Search Console. And so this is really the ability to do some keyword assessments and research to understand which keywords are seeing a high click-through rate and really high performance. And a lot of the blogs that you'll read right now are really talking about how Search Console is really just the tip of the iceberg. So we want to make sure that you're using as many different sources of truth as possible to make sure that you're making decisions based on your data, not on generalized data like you'll see here. And the takeaway here is that oftentimes when we're talking about using data, we're spending a lot of time looking back and seeing what happened. But what we really want to do with this data is take it and actually inform and use the data to make decisions for the future. So really making sure that you're looking at the data, analyzing it so we can see trends and draw out insights to make sure that we're always keeping your strategy as up to date as possible. So this is where we'll talk about Adwords. So Google Adwords is a very powerful tool and one that you get access to within the realm of digital advertising. So for every advertisement that you have that shows up on a search engine results page, you're able to understand once someone's clicked, what keyword did they plug in order to convert into a click to the website. We really get access to a lot of different data, such as demographic information, even location, and we can use this type of data looking back, like we just saw, to really influence how we make decisions for your content strategy going forward. The second big thing we want to talk about is getting more results. So really this concept is of using information to make sure that your strategy isn't just evolving, but it's getting stronger and more powerful every single day. So a really compelling statistic that we're talking about a lot right now is that we're seeing a 66% higher click-through rate on pay-per-click ads when an organic listing is also present. And before I move on, I just want to take a second just for you to think about that. When you combine the two, search engine optimization with digital advertising, there is a lot of opportunity. This next one's even bigger. So we've seen a 92% higher click-through rate on organic listings when a pay-per-click ad was also present. So what this means is that when you have a search engine results page with an advertisement at the top, as well as a well-ranked organic listing, that click-through rate will almost double. So a couple more statistics really around the powerful combination of search engine optimization with digital advertising. With this, we've seen an increase in unaided brand recall. And what that means is that someone might not have engaged via clicking on an advertisement or on your organic listing, but they will remember your brand. They'll remember the name, they'll remember the slogan or the saying, and this concept of making sure that you're being present in the right way to the right person is so critical here, because not only are they remembering who you are, but we're also seeing a significant lift in terms of their likelihood to purchase. So now what? We have all of this data that we've got from both our digital advertising as well as our search engine optimization strategies. Meet this section, this concept of tailoring your property strategies based on all of this data. So the first one I want to talk about is this concept of targeting your content, something that G5 does every single day for our customers. So content is such an important aspect of a successful digital marketing strategy. You've taken the time to target a lead or a prospective resident, and they finally clicked in and are at your website. Now this is your opportunity to show and tell and to convert. So making sure that the copy, so really that text that's making up the bulk of your website, as well as the additional aspects of content, thinking about things like a blog, and not just one blog, but that ongoing blogging strategy that's being linked to your website, but also amplified on the right social media channels. And a big takeaway here is that you can leverage the data that you're getting from Google Adwords and from your digital advertising to really understand what persona and what is your highest converting customer profile, and what are the keywords that are driving the highest click-through rate into your websites. Leverage those keywords and find themes that we can use there to create a content strategy to make sure that you're catering your content to the persona who's giving you the highest conversion. We also want to make sure that we're building a needs-based marketing strategy. And there are a couple ways we can take this conversation. First and foremost, when we talk about all of those different channels that make up digital advertising, we're able to use those different channels to understand what's working and what isn't. So really being able to pump up the remarketing strategy when we see a lift in conversion, or being able to pump up the pay-per-click advertising if that's really working for you. The best thing about digital advertising specifically is that you're paying for all of the data to really understand what's working and what isn't, and we can really pump or subtract these different levers to make sure that we're using this in the most compelling and most effective way. We also want to make sure that when we're talking about the actual website, again, thinking about all of the time we're spending to get that prospective customer to your website, we want to make sure that it's being designed to meet and hopefully exceed their expectations. So this is where it becomes so important to have a powerful content management system to make sure that you can be keeping the website up to date. So leveraging all of the data that we've been talking about to make sure that the content on the website is staying fresh and that it's staying relevant. To make sure that we're adding fresh videos and adding photos with rich alt text to them as well, to make sure that not only does it look really well, which is going to make your user happy, but to make sure that it's performing really well to keep the search engine happy, which is really the power of a strong SEO strategy. Now, one of the biggest takeaways here is that by keeping your website as up to date as possible based on who you have working for you and how much time you have to devote to your digital marketing strategy, we do see a lot of positivity as it relates to lift in your search engine optimization when you're keeping your website refreshed and relevant. One of the biggest things that Google, for example, is looking for is they're looking for engagement. And what I mean by that is we're driving someone to the website and Google wants to see that they're finding their answers to their questions. So when a user comes to your website, we want to make sure that they're spending a significant amount of time on the website. We also want to see that they're spending time on multiple pages. And another big thing that we're looking for is really seeing that the user isn't bouncing out really quickly. We want to make sure that we're showcasing that by keeping this content fresh, that we're keeping your users happy and seeing that significant lift in the power of your search engine optimization. I want to thank you guys for your time today, and I hope you were able to take away some really strong strategies that you can put in place today. And I would love to schedule time to talk if there are any questions that myself or any of the experts here at G5 can take for you. I'll wish you a good day, and thanks again for tuning in.